Hey, love bugs, this went back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing, extended, beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's truly, truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Loving blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. And you're confident enough, please go ahead and, I said confident, comfortable enough, please drop me a line. I would love a chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just, tell me about your empathic gift. And if you feel like the videos are insightful to you or just give you good vibes, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath, maybe going through some trying times at the moment and just needing confirmation, validation, or just even spiritual guidance, please go ahead and share. While you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on the social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and the support. It is truly appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And this video is about Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, for you to appreciate and understand the peace. For you to appreciate and understand peace until you can if you have gone through tremendous pain. A lot of times you have gone through constant turmoil in your life. You're severing tides of toxic vibrations that continues to get heavy for every next generation that was getting prepared. And for these things to happen, we get new visions, new insights about our lives to, be grateful for everything, the good and the bad, because it shows you a lot about yourself. It shows a lot about how you move forward, how you look at yourself, how you see the world, how you see other people, how you can heal, different ways on, things that can come out your life, you can create a piece and you'll be very selective. When you have gone through so much hectic stuff, you'll start being appreciative of just the little things, that can eventually lead to bigger things. It was just like I've said before, if you've been with me for a while, I've said I used to love being around a lot of people because it made me feel more value when I had a lot of people in my life. But there's a lot of times you can have 1 million people in your life and still feel alone because they're not getting people that's on that same vibe as you. They can't see the things that you see. They may not even be on that frequency to have different depths of understanding towards, different things that you're vibing with. And when you tend to go through these hardships and times, it gives you appreciation on all forms. After I went through my spiritual awakening and went through so much emotional trauma, emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual trauma, it put me by myself because it was just a lot of things that people didn't understand, didn't want to believe, or just didn't want to be bothered, and it put me in a vibration by myself, and I felt very, very alone, very just tragic. It was just, I felt like a walking tragedy. And then it got to that point where sometimes you have to be placed in solitude. They always tell you it's a big difference between being alone and feeling lonely. Being lonely is just like you just feel like you're by yourself. And a lot of times you're not even really lonely. I mean, alone is just how you feel about it because you always got people watching over you. They're protecting you. They're guiding you towards different things, giving you the information and insight that you may need that is going to help you around towards the next level or even around the corner. And then when you start allowing yourself to create that peace within your life, you get very selective about what you speak on. You get very selective about the energy you welcome in your sacred space. You're very selective about different things you speak on within your life. You may feel like, dang, I want to be able to celebrate my accomplishments, my joys, my this and this and that. But then when you have faced so many different things in life, there's sometimes you have to just keep that to yourself because not everybody wants to see you happy. Not everybody wants to see you grow. Not everybody wants to see something good come out of your life. So it's just like when you look at these different things in your life, you tend to get appreciative over the things that people overlook, you know. And it's just like that time when you have to go in solitude. It can get very irritating because you're like, dang, I wish I can talk to my homeboy, or dang, I wish I can talk to my friend, this and this and this and that. But then that gives you that time where you're away from distractions, because this is that time where you have to go into hermit mode and solitude just to see in your life what makes you tick, what you're trying to create into your life, what does the universe is trying to guide you towards something that's better deserving for you. Just being able to learn about yourself, your gift, your purpose, you know, and things in life that can create better. You know, we're being used as that inspiring story to set examples to create a ripple effect. You know, there's too much stuff going on in the world where it goes against the law of nature. You're seeing a lot of different things where, you know, God up in his daggone feelings and he's just destroying every daggone thing just to bring it back up. You know, we don't really mess him up. We don't really piss him off, you know, so he just trying to push a reset on everything. And this is no disrespect for anybody who has lost anybody in their lives frequency, you know, recently or anything like that. But it's just about, you know, we can't question God's nature on why certain things are the way they are, why we have to go this direction instead of that one. Why did they take this person out of our life to bring somebody else into our lives? And you tend to have a deeper understanding about your life. You very, you know, I don't believe in time. Time doesn't exist. I just think of, you know, levels and stuff like that, levels of space. And different sequences into your life. But it just makes me, you know, look at so many different things in a different way. And it makes me appreciative because there's a lot of things that I took for granted, you know, within my life, within the things that I'm trying to do with my life, the things that I'm trying to make peace with in my life. And you had to be able to experience a lot of things that you may not have really discovered it until you went through a traumatic episode into your life. Because a lot of times it's very good to be able to go through constant positive experience in life that makes your life better or takes you into a better vibration, frequency, or whatever. But when it rocks your life with that trauma, you never know what can take place in that, because it can go either way. There's a lot of times that traumatic situations can tear people down. They can keep going down deeper down that rabbit hole till the point that they're their own walking omen in a bad way. Or this is creating a power of purpose for you. You know I made a video about almost close to 3 years ago talking about your pain always holds a purpose. It really does. Because a lot of times you trying to find a meaning in your life, it doesn't feel fulfilled. You know, you want to be able to do something, you know, that is just not bettering you, but helping other people to better themselves. That's why, you know, I say I love videos. I love doing my podcasts, and especially with my chats, which I'll be having today in the next, hour and 10 minutes. And you're going through those different things in your life, and it just makes you have a different view. You know, you tend to appreciate it because it's like, you know, if you can be able to see your life as you going mountain climbing, if that's what you like to do, because you ain't paying me to go on no daggone mountain, I don't do heights. But, you know, it's like you're making our own accomplishments with different things that you may have feared before. You know, and these situations is giving you that strength you never knew you had. You know, a lot of times you know, if you are really willing to be open to learning about yourself, because I used to get mad when people tell me you don't even know who you are. You know, it was like a little Lion King situation. It's like, you don't even know who you are, you know, situation. And you tend to, it's like, even matter of fact, just for the movie, I was always connected to Lion King. I thought I was the only one. I thought I was really sissified when I started crying at an adult age when Mufasa died, because that just hurt my soul. But to see the person, the animal, the king of the kingdom of the Pride Lands, on what Simba created within his life, because he didn't know, you know, his father died. You know, the uncle tried to make it seem like this had something to do with him, but it was all about, you know, what he was doing, you know, to take over. And then he got to know himself from so many different angles in the life. And when you start not taking life for granted on different things, because life is precious, and a lot of times what we do is waste our times on the past, or things that a person has done, or what a thing that a person has kept you from, or you stay focused on a missed opportunity. I've been there. I have no problem with telling people, yeah, I used to stay focused on that. I'm gonna practice what the heck I preach. I'm not gonna be a hypocrite, tell somebody to do something when I know I used to really do that. And that's where the enemy wanted me to stay, is stuck on things that I can't control or change. The only thing I can control and change is within myself, about how I move forward, how I look at myself, how I see other people, and what choices I tend to make in my life, because I was very careless with my life. I didn't care about myself, because it was different situations I placed myself in. you know didn't having, only had one parent in the household. So it was just like finding love in a connection that was very dangerous, to the point where I had to love myself, savor myself, see myself as a temple of my own love for myself, and then you'll start seeing things a lot in seeing things in a totally different way than you have before. Because a lot of times we hate the tragedies that impact our lives. There's so many of y'all I've met, virtually, and we've always known each other spiritually, but virtually, when you're telling me what brought you here, towards your, knowing about your gift, the different treachery that you have had to face, going through in life. And, you're creating that person that, if you have children, or you thinking about having children, you're healing that vessel, don't for them children to not get the broken part of you. Or you have children, you're working hard to create let me see, what do you want to call it, a foundation to where it can heal off, the stuff that they've probably been exposed to, or the things that they may have witnessed within their life, or seeing you go in within your life. And it's not easy to do. But when you have gone through so many different things, when you can allow yourself to just escape from the world's troubles, and that's the issue with us is empaths. We take on other people's troubles, we take on other people's pain, and that's not our job to do. We supposed to give that seed of knowledge for you to be able to heal, because a lot of times we stay in these relationships and connections with people because we feel like that was our assignment to heal people. No, that's not. This is that sign for you to see what you need to see within yourself so you can heal. Everybody has their choice. You can't force somebody to heal when they're not ready to, or just downright don't want to. You can't do that. All you can do is just pray for your enemies. You can pray for the wounded, and hope that life becomes better for them. And it allows you to really look at things in a different way. When you can allow yourself to say, I'm not going to say, oh, I'm going to have a perfect week or a perfect month or a perfect year, but just being open to the experience of allowing me to know myself on a different level. What can I teach myself to where I can highlight to help other people find that content of many tables to find on themselves as well. And you tend to feel like that's a blessing. When I was taking my little, my time off to myself, it brought up a lot of emotions. Me being sad, angry, hurt, depressed, just feeling like I was broke. They couldn't, trying to process some kind of different vibration and force myself to see something that the wounded part of me did not want me to see. And then when I allowed myself to really just open, myself up, when you ask universe to do that, because the only time they step in is when something is going to be very harmful to your existence. But when you're allowing yourself to stay open, show me what you're really trying to get me to see. I'm stuck in a sequence where it's hard to get past certain things. And the only way you can get past certain things, you have to become acceptant of what they are. And a lot of times that's really hard to do when there are certain things that has really hit you in a very, very harsh way, and it was just like with my life, it has been very hard, but like everybody else's. But it has really brought me to a part of my strength I never knew I had. If I would look about 10, 15 years ago and people would tell me this is what I'd be doing, Now I'd be laughing at them because it was just like I was a whole hot mess and then some. But I can allow myself to be open to my past. I was always taught not to tell people about my past because it's something that is not, it's very colorful, in my life. But I was just like, why would I care about what people think about in my life when that's not me anymore? It brought me to the true me. And I always tell people, never be ashamed of your past. Especially if you're allowing yourself to upgrade and be a better person, you can say, you know what, my past wasn't good. I was a harmful, you know, uh, masochist to myself. You masochist, you do different things. Me, I was an adrenaline junkie to where there's a few times I done died and came back. God was like, nah, I ain't finished with you. Get your ass back up. You ain't about to go nowhere. And it made me look at life different because I used to worry about what people think or, being that person is like if, you went towards a life where many people can place judgment, because I feel like anybody that can get on here and do videos on YouTube, that leaves you open for a lot of people's opinions. And I tell people, I used to be that person to get pissed off on anything that, that went against what I felt. But I had to go through this. It's like going on close to 5.5 years. I've gone through it. And this situation I'm in, what I'm healing and what my platform that I was guided to do is gave me tough skin. Because I tell anybody who is thinking about doing that, I always give them I want to see everybody win. Because there are sometimes people come into your life, they'll see something good in you that can really impact the world in a big way, but they always have to have that spotlight on them. So they're not going to send you in a way that is going to help not just you, but many other people you can impact. Because I tell people, if you feel like you're the only one who can accomplish something and you have to have all that on you, the sky is not going to be beautiful with just one star. We all have a purpose. We all have a meaning. You can be able to offer the world something that they feel like they can't touch. It doesn't exist. There's no way, and those are the reason why we got placed in certain situations, because you never know it's up to you what you choose to change. Because I've seen, I see the things that I'm connected to with my situation. And there are times I've been mad, I've been angry. But then when I allowed myself to get out my high horse, and it was just like, for you to be able to heal, you have to be able to accept it is for what it truly is. And when I seen different things that has taken place in my life, I cried for all the stuff that I went through, because I knew I would have never did stuff like that. But then I also had to allow myself to remain strong, because it's like a lot of people can get in a situation that you are, and it can go totally left. It can get really dark. You'll be doing some time. The orange would have been the new black, yellow, and whatever else with me. But my God had a different path for me than to doing what other people may have done for the situations that I've been in. And it's just like my pain has taught me a lot about myself. It showed me resilience that I never knew I had, determination, allowing myself to say, what, if I had a weak moment, I'm going to align that mess with my strength. And it's going to become a power, it's going to be a Zynga of strength. The Zyngas, you be pulling out one thing to fit it in another. And that's what it is. And then you'll tend to appreciate those painful moments, because if you know, there's so many people out here that are scared to face the things that really have left them wounded. So they tend to want to blame other people, but not look at themselves. They want to paint themselves as a victim, and then place hurt on other people that had nothing to do with that. And that's sad. I see people like that. I look at certain things that I've gone through, and it makes me cry for the people that has done that to me. And it took me a long time to do it. Instead of crying for like, how dare you? Why would you? How could you? But that was your purpose. When you go through some treacherous stuff that can really, it can really take you somewhere. It took me to a really dark place, a really, really dark place. And it brought a lot of anger out, where I was dangerous. I was really dangerous. And when I'm allowing myself to constantly go through, those experiences, and allowing myself to keep praying, and allowing myself to meditate, and, allowing myself to be open to healing techniques to understand. Because it's like a lot of times it's hard for you to be able to heal from stuff if you're not allowing yourself to see it in a therapeutic way, and that took me a long time for my situation to do. And it's just a blessing that I have people that has been with me for a very long time, and they're staying committed to our connection like that, and they have that highest respect, and know where I've came from. They've seen different shades of me, and I tell people, there's people I know that be like, Roz, I want to do a channel and I want to speak on my pain, but I'm scared, the wrong people's going to get a hold of that. And, depending on what they went through, they want, they're scared of what that person can say, or what people will think. And I say, you have to understand, being on YouTube, whatever you choose to do, there's people that have celebrity vlogs. They have mentoring vlogs, being able to, start your own website. There's so many different things, celebrity gossip, all these different things. But when you're taking that approach of doing like I do, you're speaking on your spirituality, you witness different techniques that the universe is guiding you towards, that share with other people, that is helping you to help other people. And I tell people, if you're telling the truth, don't worry about it, because a lot of times where people get pissed off at you because they carry that lie heavy, and they want that lie to keep going, and they don't want to accept it. That has nothing to do with you, but you are allowing yourself to be your plug into your power source of your truth. This is what keeps you ticking. This is what keeps you going. This is what's keeping you open to become better, and that's what the universe has us go through, different things in our life, to where you can be able to break that shell of a cast that has been created. It's like a cement block where it had trauma, sadness, abuse in all shades, self-doubt, uncertainty, fear of the fact of being feared. This creates something that you have to have within yourself. People are going to judge you. When people know that you're going to tell the truth, it's going to trigger somebody else's situation where they're comfortable living in that lie. And I tell people, I'm not speaking on any certain people. I'm not bringing out certain things that I've gone through. I've done that before on my life, not, unless you really did something for me to be talking about it. But it's neither here nor there. But talking about my experience, and I tell them that situation, that takes strength for you to allow yourself to be judged. And it's like a lot of people that judge you either envy you for the things that you are actually openly talking about, not worrying about the backlash or what the response is going to be, because there's going to be a lot of people that are not going to understand your journey, and that's okay. As long as you understand, what you believe, you're open to more belief, you're being open to different things that's going to enhance your vision, your frequency, your vibration, taking you to that next, stage into your life. You're evolving. And I mean, that takes a lot, and when you're allowing yourself to be transparent, I tell people the most strongest people will admit they have weak moments. Weak people don't do that. They act like nothing can faze them. And, you have to be able to respect that, even you're a damn lie. But okay, if that's your truth, I'm going to let you keep it, But I'm more comfortable in my truth. I don't want to lie about anything, because if you have to lie about stuff, you have to remember that lie. And if you have to have that lie, you're going to have to cover up another lie to carry another one. And, being on this platform and doing what I do, I love it. It's brought me a lot of positive insight, feedback, different things that's help me as well as help other people, and just in that connection that it help other people find a part of them, or trying to wonder why do I feel a certain way, or why am I being treated a certain way, or why am I stumbling on a certain sequence in my life, or why is it so hard for me to heal from certain things that can't be changed, and then when you see that tremendous pain that you went through, you are very selective about what you choose to entertain. A lot of things that people do, it can be very hurtful, And a lot of times when you know you're speaking your truth, it triggers a lie that they want to keep up, a persona, a facade, whatever. You have to be able to allow yourself to be transparent. Be honest with yourself. That's the main thing you need to do, is be honest with yourself. Because a lot of times we can go through a madness, and we keep repeating ourselves. And, I've been that type of person. I'm like, who are you trying to convince, me or yourself? If you're in your truth, don't care about what lies that people are trying to fit around you. Because a lot of times, things happen into your life, and people will create this story about you because they want everybody to see them how they see you. And that usually happens when you intimidate them in some kind of way. But it's just the things that you go through, no matter what you're facing right now. There's so many different things that I can understand. It's going to take a moment, because a lot of times we can get aggravated. Like, why can I just allow myself to not be mad about this certain situation or these certain people or certain situations, that it's just hard to just let sleeping dogs lie, But you have to understand, if this is something that was very traumatic to you, that wound is very deep. So that's going to take a daily routine on what you're allowing yourself to journal about, allowing yourself to break down the science of why certain things you're still investing in adding more pain towards that, or why you allowing certain things to be, brought up from other people to remind you of that. And first of all, why are you trying to be around somebody who want to keep reminding you of something you're trying to forget, and just leave it alone? But these are those things. Excuse me. These are these things that you will really truly cherish about what you have faced. Like I've said before, I've connected with a lot of people, and there's certain things like, man, you are so freaking strong, and a lot of times you don't feel that because you can be going through a grief period, and a grief period doesn't always have to be somebody's passing, and that's already enough. And I tell people that's the only thing that I think is the hardest thing to just recover from, because it's like there's no expiration date on that. Anytime somebody tell you, this person been dead for 10, 15 years and you're still affected by that. And I'm like, number one, you better hope that person don't come over with a right hook and a hellmaker with you for you saying that. But you don't know what that person has experienced. You can't walk in somebody's shoes. Don't judge that person by the chapter you don't walked in, regardless if y'all don't grew up together or y'all family or not. Everybody deals with things in a different way. But if you're trying to, don't allow yourself to cope, and I hate that word cope, I think it is just for you trying to face it, deal, and let go. Because coping is just like putting a Band-Aid on a broken leg. That's just, it ain't gonna work. But just being able to understand these tragedies bring out some kind of element of truth that is going to create a strength of, things. Because it's like, if you have gone through something so detrimental and you can't go worse than that, there ain't gonna be nothing that's gonna phase you. It may phase you, but it's gonna be an in and out thing. Even a lot of times when people come up with you with the BS that wants to self-project of their insecurities or whatever they got, that they want to keep stuff going with you, they feel that strength within yourself. They feel that, and they want you to be able to dim it in any kind of way. And a lot of times it's hard for you not to take that personal, but there's times where I've seen different things, and I just have to shake my head and laugh. And it's just like, if this is what you're really showing me what your issue is. You're not showing me what mine is, but you're showing me what your issue is. And you just got to pray for people, because you are that mascot, that, monument of showing, no matter how bad things can get into your life, whether you continue to still deal with it or you allow yourself to keep on entertaining it, you can have that choice on how you choose to let yourself heal in a very therapeutic way, very therapeutic way. So it's a lot of times you have a deeper understanding as well as that appreciation. I look at mine, and it's been very hard, very, very hard for me on certain things, because mine, I can't diet down. It's everywhere with me. And so there's a lot of times I take time off to myself. I keep reminding myself of the strength that I have. You know, you have to have good strength. You have to be able to be that person that's not going to allow what other people's opinions or, you know, judgment on you to stop you from, healing or where you heal. You know, people are like, when they find out what I've gone through or what I've witnessed in my life, you know, like, oh, I never imagined. And I guess they may take it personal. I said, number one, your opinion about my life is not going to change what I've experienced. You know, I've gone through a lot of different things, but I know everybody's gone through something. There's something in your life that is really hard for you to shake. And, you know, this one with me, it hits volumes. It's very heavy. But then, you know, when I allow myself to really just connect with myself, connect with my soul, you know, it allows me to see certain tragedies come to remind you of the strength that you do have to endure anything. You know, a lot of times we are affected by things that just feel like it's not fair. We desire closure, truth, understanding, explanations that you just may not be getting right now. You know, there's so many things that can drive you, but it's just a choice on what direction you're allowing it to take you to. So it's just a situation that can take you further down a rabbit hole to where it can make you just disconnect from your own existence and feel like, you know, you want to be very, you know, toxic to yourself as well as individuals, or you can allow that to be that force to say, this had a purpose and it's going to make me know my purpose in a positive way. It's going to speak existence that may be inspiring to help others inspire themselves. So, you know, you go through that, you have that acceptance, you have that appreciation on what you're going through. And a lot of times when you go through certain things in your life that really, like I said, I've connected with a lot of people and I'm just like, damn, you know, you're a warrior for that one and you still here and, you know, you still got your mind, even though it may be a little shifty, you know, whatever you're trying to do, you're going to find that source of, I mean, you're going to have strength like Godzilla, you know, when you finish getting over that, but it's going to allow you to keep moving, you know, allow yourself to keep going strong, not even worried about if people believe you, they don't believe you, or what their opinions are to you, naysayers, doubters, or whatever. It ain't going to matter, you know, because at the end of the day, you validate yourself, not waiting for other people to validate you. Because hell, like half of the time they can't even find that validation for the validation of validating them. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of the video. Like I said, I missed y'all so much. I'm gonna have Heyoka live chat and vibe in next it's like hour some change, whatever. Because it's like, what is it? It's at 6:30. Oh wow, 4:44. So I would be having that. I would love to give a post notification shout out to Project Delta, Trishelle Williams, Hosiokos Cheeks. I apologize if I pronounced that wrong. Mighty Robs, Melly, Loki, and Lord. Much love to you as well. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, share, drop a line. I would love a chance to get to know you, or even empathic or spiritual experience that you have that you may want to share. I leave all my contact information in the description box below. It's all just about networking, spiritual networking. Or if you need some advice or want to you want to share an experience with me on private, because not a lot of people are comfortable with speaking on different things, and I do the one-on-one with them, and whatever we speak on is confidential. I try my best to be able to help you out or guide you towards a deeper experience, and I try my best to help you with either the stuff that I experienced within myself or what universe wants me to connect with you, or information that got me towards the help you along the way. So I hope whatever you're working on manifesting comes so much bigger and better than you ever imagined, because you deserve more than you ever thought you could, and you should. I pray that you receive it quicker than you thought you expected. Even through social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, words, vibe, frequencies. You just never know how that can really take somebody a long way. And you'll see me on my next video. I hope you have a blessed, prosperous week. Please be safe and responsible at everything you do. Namaste. Much love.